Hello, Namaskar. Yeah, hi Varun, how are you? Just being busy. Hello, Subhash. Namaskar. Okay, I'm not looking at people's chart, so sorry about this. Okay, uh, like the person, Sai Paul. I think, right, thank you. So I can just give answers to your conceptual questions that I can help with. If you need detailed analysis of your dashas and all, it is better to apply for the consultation from astrologer of your choice. Don't take from me. Okay. So yeah, it can be I have written about it. There is an article. It is long process. You have to first look at the Saturn's position, like Saturn in Leo. Okay, so Saturn in Leo was in 79 something, 78 to 80. Then uh, then it was in like 2008 to 2010, something like that. Okay. So likewise, you can figure out these 2 3 years time period. Within it, look for the Jupiter position, Rahu Ketu position. Then you will filter it out up to the 1 month, 1 year time period. Then look at Sun position. Sun changes position every month, so that will show what is the month involved. Then look at Moon's position within that month when the Moon was there. So like this you can get the birth details. If someone is not sharing and you want to know, this is the way trick. Saturn in the third Jyeshtha nakshatra, pada 2 for Virgo. Jyeshtha is related with the Jyeshtha is related with the eldest one, high authorities and all. So Saturn is your duty and responsibility in life. So Saturn in Jyeshtha can be like a person feels that he's dutiful to get high authority and recognition in this life, but obviously that will come with delay, hard work, and perseverance. Scorpio ascendant Rahu in Sagittarius, Jupiter in Cancer. Rahu will act like Jupiter, right? It will act like Jupiter, and as Jupiter is in Cancer, exalted ninth house, it can give the best result only when you are in like ninth house Cancer and Jupiter related work, mostly like teaching, counseling, but sharing your knowledge by any means. That type of work will bring you benefits of detail and Cancer. This is what I always say, that planetary positions are indications. Unless and until we do something related with our planetary positions, then unless and until we do that, we cannot expect much result. So in this type of situation, Jupiter in Cancer for Scorpio ascendant, like best example is me. I have the same position, Scorpio ascendant, Jupiter in ninth house Cancer. Jupiter Dasha is going on, and I'm in this counseling type of profession. So get into any counseling or sharing knowledge type of profession, that will be much better for you. Rahu, Mars, Venus, Mercury combust all in conjunction in second house, Scorpio ascendant. aspected by Ketu Jupiter in the from the 10th house. Like focus on like second house Sagittarius related activities. Again, like knowledge and counseling, sharing knowledge, higher education, and all that will give the best of the result. When so many planets are in Sagittarius sign, it is like path should be all about knowledge sharing. Even Jupiter sitting in the 10th house shows the Guru. If there is Sun at so degree, compass Saturn, then Jupiter, Moon in Taurus, seventh house, seventh Lord Venus is in the fifth house Pisces. Then would it cause ego problems with the wife? Yeah, it will cause. Sun, Saturn coming anywhere, it's like ego clashes in the relationship. Okay. Uh, right. Mercury Venus conjunction in 10th house for Virgo ascendant, no malefic aspect. Good for creative work, good for financial nature of work, good for like this finance related trading and all. Also, like it is for someone who wants to follow their creativity and all. That is also there. Okay. So that type of work will give them benefits. Uh, Also, like this, if they are interested in softwares, okay. Venus represents any conveniency kind of things. So whatever makes our life convenient is seen from Venus. So when Venus is in the 10th house, Gemini, it can represent conveniency item, luxuries, so softwares also, apps also, because they have made our life convenient. If this call is happening, it is just because of software and apps. Nice to see you again after a long time. My question is for Taurus ascendant and moon sign. How will be Rahu Jupiter is in Aries 12th house? Good for any think Jupiter is knowledge, Rahu, Jupiter coming together, Saturn is aspecting it. So if person wants to like study further and very transit for that. Okay. Then this just a second. Okay. Uh, right. So and it can also bring like foreign travels. Person should be careful about their spendings, expenses, because lots of energy is going into the 12th house. So more their time they can invest and spend in the knowledge sharing or like spirituality and all, the better this transit will be. Moon Venus conjunction in 7th house of D20, Virgo rising. Uh, does it signify devotional path in spirituality? My way is to go for D1 always. First of all, I look at D1 chart. Okay, so that's what I look for. These charts D2 and D20, D9, D10, they come afterwards. I won't go into D20 directly. I will first look at from this much information we can mind can be in creative matters or spiritual matters. That's it. Mercury in Ardhara Nakshatra Pada 2, Venus in Purnarvasu Nakshatra Pada 2, conjunction in 10th house, Virgo ascendant. Yeah, I covered it. Like Mercury Venus is like a skillful someone who is into like creativity or finance, conveniency, these type of works, these type of businesses always can be more beneficial for the person. Venus in second house, Bharani Nakshatra for Pisces ascendant. Good for financial gains, love towards the family and wealth, stability. Okay. Venus is in Bharani, so it can bring love towards the occult and mystical side of life also. Plus, this it can bring instability in relationships. Will there be transits for Taurus for relationship beginning in year 3 when Jupiter comes into Taurus? Not this year, but because by that time, you can say from October onwards, because Rahu will come into Pisces. From there, it will aspect the seventh house in October. In next April, May, this Jupiter will come into Taurus. Okay. So from there, like Rahu, Jupiter both will aspect their seventh house, and Jupiter will aspect the fifth house. So there, the this thing can happen, like relationship possibilities and all. Okay, so any other question? Cancer ascendant Venus combust in the 10th house, Rahu in 8th house, Venus. What is the question? And Jupiter Ketu in the first house, Leo D9, first house Leo D9 in mutual aspect with Venus Rahu in the 7th house. Doesn't it mean celibacy or spirituality? I don't go directly into D9 and all. Okay, I will first look at the D1 chart. Another thing is that we cannot use planetary aspects in the divisional charts. Okay, at least I don't use it. If other people want to use it, that's their free will, but I don't use it. And Pisces ascendant Sun in Uttar Bhadrapada along with Mercury in Revati. Good for foreign trade. Pisces ascendant Sun in Uttar Bhadrapada means it is in the first house along with Mercury in Revati. Good for foreign trade. From where foreign trade is coming? Foreign is like 9th house or 12th house and all. It can be good for trade, and it can be good for business, but mainly like homeland only, because it is like fourth lord and the seventh lord. So I would prefer trade in the homeland. If with time it can be considered, but only. Saturn Sun conjunct in the third house Scorpio. And does it have any karmic in that with siblings or father? If you are coming in this life, there is a karmic debt towards everyone you deal with in this life. Okay, so don't worry. Karmic debt is always there. You are the what matters is how you deal with that karmic debt. Suppose I have a karmic debt towards you. Let's say this is the best example. Among thousands of astrologers, you are asking questions to me, and I am replying to you. 8 billion people in this world, thousands of astrologers, and we both are communicating. That means there is some karma between us. Now, what matters is how we deal with that karma. How I behave with you and how you behave with me. That will decide our future journey. Okay, so whomsoever we meet in life, we have some karma towards them. That's why we are meeting them. Okay. Hi Arushi, how are you? Please tell something about Shravana Nakshatra. You mentioned about it in your sessions with Ma and Sheila. Shravana is listening, if I remember well. I said it is about listening, so I should learn how to listen. Okay, if I remember well, this was the interaction with her. So Shravana is about listening. Its literal translation is listening, hearing someone, listening someone. So it is very much a communication oriented nakshatra. It is very much a like teaching related nakshatra. Another other things related that they are very hospitable, charitable people. Now they are true to their words. Okay, because of the mythological story involved. This is nakshatra of real estate also. Most importantly, this is nakshatra which gives this extremes in personality. Okay, so this person can be like looking very harmless person to you if like Shravana is very prominent in their chart, either ascendant nakshatra or sun or moon in Shravana nakshatra, or like 2 3 planets in Shravana nakshatra. So you may feel that this person is very harmless, he cannot do much. Okay, yeah, he's not very intimidating and all, but when they lose their patience, okay, when they get angry, they really get angry. So it is again because of the mythological story where Lord Vishnu first takes the incarnation of a small Brahmin boy, a harmless Brahmin boy, and then he takes the incarnation of people can be considered as very harmless, timid type of personalities and all. But when they get angry, they get really angry. So that is where they themselves should be careful, and other people should be careful about them when they are dealing with it. Otherwise, it is like nakshatra mostly related with like counseling and real estate matters. What is the result if Venus is in Pisces, seventh house exchange signs with Jupiter in the ninth house? Uh, Venus in Pisces, seventh house. Okay, so it is Virgo ascendant. So if it is good for like this knowledge oriented pursuit, because Venus Jupiter both are teachers, but on matter this person can be very dreamy kind of Venus in Pisces, so very dreamy person in relationship matter. So there they have to be like little bit practical and realistic in their life and all, towards choosing their partner. For business purposes, for educational matters, it is good position. Obvious difficulties can be there in relationship matters, obvious difficulties, because difficulties are in any relationship. Sun has the lower degree than Saturn. Sun Saturn conjunction, no worries. There will be karmic debt. Don't go into these minute things which has a higher degree, which has lower degree. They all have their own energies and they impact us. Cancer ascendant, Sun exalted in the 10th house, Venus combust in the 10th house, Rahu in 8th house, currently Venus Mahadasha, Rahu Antardasha, mind mentally disturbed, not accepting anybody or believing. Meditation, anything to do with the mind is meditation. Okay. So person should meditate, and meditation will bring the factor. So person should join some meditation camp or some like have sessions, or maybe just research about meditation online and see which meditation technique works well for them. Then Srinivas ji, Pisces ascendant, ninth Lord Mars. Pisces ascendant, ninth Lord Mars and 12th Lord Saturn in the third house in Kritika Nakshatra. Good for foreign trade business. Yeah, it can be. Right. They both are also in good dignity, so it can help. But as Saturn is involved, delays, hard work, perseverance. These three are keywords with the Saturn. Nothing comes easy with Saturn. Uh, I hope you'll understand my views on marriage and astrology. So, as I always said, marriage has nothing to do with astrology. Sun, Mercury, Ketu in Sagittarius in Purvashada Nakshatra in 12th house. Mercury as Atmakarka, Sun as Amartakarka. Again, like Sagittarian kind of activities can help him in his career, because Atmakarka, Amartakarka both are in like Sagittarius sign, higher education, guiding, counseling. So any work related with these this nature can help. What happens when Atmakarka Mercury is combust? There can be like delays in finding the right path in career and all. Person may have to put an extra effort to find that path. Combust planet means absence of father. Okay, so like in this case, if Mercury is getting combust, maybe father never guided the person about their career. Okay, what is the right career and all. Absence doesn't only mean the physical absence. Absence means he was busy in his own thing. Okay, so he didn't have much time. That is also absence. So if Atmakarka is combust, it means the father was not there to guide them about their career path and all. That's where they find difficulties. Beautiful and stored. Thank you. You're welcome. Mm, Namaste Vidyaji. How are you? Long time no see. Jupiter and Venus are enemies, then why is Venus exalted in Pisces? Yes. So exaltation, debilitation, and all the dignities don't exaltation and debilitation don't depend upon friendship and enmity. It depends on the environment a planet gets in a particular sign. Okay, like we can talk about the best example. Mars gets exalted in Capricorn and Saturn gets debilitated in Aries. So Mars is getting exalted in Saturn's sign, but Saturn is getting debilitated in Aries. It is about the environment. It has nothing to do with the friendship, enmity, or nature of the planet and all. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Why? Because Mars is your action. Capricorn law and order. So your actions are good only when they are under the law and order. Okay, so then only we can say this and these are like dignified actions. Saturn is debilitated in Aries, Mars sign. Why? Because Saturn is the Lord of Justice. He wants to serve people, and Aries is the sign of individuality. Aries is about self. So in that, Saturn doesn't get the best of the environment to deal with the people. That's why Saturn gets exalted in Libra. Libra is sign of people, masses. Okay, so this is about the environment they are getting exaltation and debilitation. Okay, coming back to our main question, Venus in Pisces. Why Venus is exalted in Pisces? Venus' highest representation is service and devotion, and Pisces is the sign of spirituality and devotion. So in Pisces, Venus is getting the best environment to like devote themselves. Another example can be Mars and Moon are best friends. Moon and Mars are best friends, but they are debilitated in each other's sign. Moon is debilitated in Scorpio, Mars is debilitated in Cancer. Why? Because the environment is not conducive. For Moon, Scorpio environment is not good. For Mars, Cancer environment is not good. Right. What if Taurus ascendant Lord Venus is also Atmakaraka? And Taurus ascendant Lord Venus is also Atmakarka, is conjunct Mercury in the third house. In Bhav Chalit, both in fourth house. So I will consider third house only. Venus Mercury in Cancer. So any work related with nourishment. Maybe person is interested in medical side of career. Maybe I'm just giving one option. Okay. So Venus is becoming very important for this person in career matters, more so if this person is also in Venus Dasha. Okay. So then, like, Venus is most important planet for this person. But as I always say, like, career determination is a long process. From this much information, I can say that person can be interested in healthcare related field, and it can be a good option. I'm not giving any consultation here. If Jupiter and Venus are in Parivartan Yoga, if Jupiter Mahadasha starts, then would Venus also start giving its results simultaneously? Yeah, it is in the Jupiter sign, so Venus will also be activated. First Lord Saturn and 12th Lord Jupiter. Jupiter in Kritika Nakshatra Taurus in 5th house and Bhrigu Bindu in 4th house. Maybe person can be interested in finance, wealth, assets related matters. It can be a possibility. Fifth house Taurus. Fifth house is financial markets. Taurus is the wealth, and fourth house is the house of real estate. Okay, so this is where I feel that it can be a possibility. Again, as I said, like all these matters, especially career related matters, take a very long time to find the conclusion, determination of the right career. So we cannot decide in like 1 minute discussion. If someone plans to begin own business, which house should be seen or active for work to begin? It depends on the business setup. If it is like complete third house self efforts, okay. So three houses are related with business mainly: third house, seventh house, 11th house. Third house is business, self-effort business. Like I work for myself. There is no other working for me. Okay, there is no other working with me. Okay, so everything is looked after by me only. That because other things are also to look after. So this is like third house, self efforts. Person is only working for himself and no other person is helping him out. Totally self efforts. Seventh house is when other people get involved. Like when you have two or three partners working with you, and in the same work, you are having some responsibilities. Your partners are having some responsibilities, and that is partnership setup. Seventh house. 11th house is entrepreneurship. When a person is having like two three businesses like Ambani's or Adani's or Trump's and all that, these people who have like many businesses all together, that is entrepreneurship, because 11th house is large organizations and serving humanity. So it is like big thing, 11th house. Normal, like if you are talking about like starting your own business. What is the result of Sun and Mars in 8th house in Aries? 8th house has negative repo, and quite rightly so. It is the house of sudden events and accidents and all. But as Sun is exalted, Mars in own sign, these sudden events and like major changes in life may come, but the person can be like very much like strong in and dealing and fighting and overcoming those difficulties, those troubles of life. So it can make someone very like uh, a highly willed person, a strong willed person, courageous, brave. Mars in 8th house and all, especially like in good dignity, it is like a person who can just face the death and he can come back. That type of an energy. Swati ji, uh, can you please explain difference between Bhav Chalit and Rashi chart, and is Bhav Chalit important? It depends on every individual. I should not be saying that this person is right or that person is right, this chart is right or that chart is right. It depends on experience of the person. I prefer Rashi chart. I prefer like main Lagna chart. Basis of D1, I can do all analysis. I don't need I can do all the analysis based on D only. Bhav Chalit came into the picture through like this Krishnamurti Paddhati, where Krishnamurti came with his own calculations, and then he said that whichever planet is very late in the degrees or very early in the degrees, they will shift their signs and houses. From there, he calculated the Bhavchalit chart. So if a planet is like at 29 degrees, suppose moon is at 29 degree in Taurus in D1 chart, then it may shift to the Gemini sign in that Bhavchalit chart. Likewise, if moon is at 1 degree in Taurus in D1 chart, then it may shift back into Aries in the Bhavchalit chart. My logic is that even Bhavchalit chart depends on your D1 chart only. If you don't have a D1 chart, you cannot make any other chart. Bhavchalit or D9 and D10 and all. So that's why I prefer D1 chart. That is my logic. I am not saying I am all correct and all. Other people have better experience with Bhavchalit chart. They can prefer Bhavchalit chart and they can give the predictions, similar predictions through Bhavchalit chart also. So it depends on the person and his experience. What is the impact of Sun placed in the seventh house for a Capricorn rising? I ask this for me and for me. My father has been my guide and mentor in life. I wish you to deliberate on Sun in Cancer. It can become like Cancer is the sign of nourishment and taking care of people, and Sun is father. So person may feel that like father is very nourishing and all. It is in good dignity. Plus it is in like Kendra house. So it is a strong position for the Sun. So you may have good guidance coming from him, which is good. I'm happy for you. But in relationship matters, same Sun can bring some egos, okay, ego conflicts in relationships. So there you have to like adjust and accommodate. Sixth lord Venus in eighth house for Sagittarius ascendant. Does it mean routine life would involve sudden transformative events? I would say routine life will involve serving other people in their transformative events. Okay. Venus represents service, like as I said, Venus' highest representation is service and devotion. Eighth house is emergencies and accidents of the people. So person can be serving other people in their emergencies and accidents. Okay, not necessarily accidents, any kind of emergency. Okay. So this is also like Venus in Cancer. So this person can also be in healthcare, just like I discussed other Venus in Cancer position in the third house. You're welcome, Vidya ji and Swati ji. What is the planetary placement for astrology as a profession? My chart is there. Just search for my chart. Okay, chart of an astrologer, Astro Saxena. You will get my chart and all the conditions are given there. If ninth lord moon is exalted in D1 chart, okay, moon is exalted in ninth lord moon is exalted, so it has to be like in the seventh house Scorpio ascendant, but there is debilitated Saturn in the ninth house in D9. Then does it mean bad bhagya or bad fortune? It only means that person will realize their right life path with certain delays. Okay, nothing is bad. It is like with certain delays, hard work and perseverance, they will realize their right life path, what they should be following. What will be the planetary placement for a counselor? Now counseling is a huge, okay. Counseling right now I am also counseling when I do consultations, then also I am counseling when I am teaching, that is also counseling. There can be IT consultant, that is also counseling. There can be medical consultant, that is also counseling. Financial consultant, so thousands of counseling field. So if you change the field, you change the houses. Okay, I can tell the planets involved in the counseling related work. That is Jupiter, main counselor, teacher, Brahaspati, Mercury. Okay, if it is financial nature, then I will also consider Venus. Moon is also like consultant type of role, nourishing people, taking care of people. Also, sir, why do we call Jupiter, Sun, and Moon as malefic for a Capricorn rising? I do not feel that any enmity with either my father or mother or even my elders or gurus. It is not malefic, it is functional malefic. Okay. Functional malefic planet is the planet which Mool Trikon sign is falling into the Sthana houses. Okay. So that planet becomes a functional malefic planet. So when you deal with the 6th house, 8th house, or 12th house related matters, then this planet may function as a malefic planet. Okay, then this planet may function as a malefic planet. For everything else in the chart, it is still benefic planet if it is benefic. Like in your case, Jupiter, Moon, they are naturally benefic planets. So what is there? Jupiter and Moon, they are naturally benefic. So for every other house of the chart, they may work as a benefic planet. For these two houses, like this uh, Capricorn rising. For Capricorn rising, Moon is not a malefic planet. It is not a functional malefic planet. It is seventh lord. It is seventh lord. Even if you take Taurus as its Mool Trikon sign, then also it is fifth lord. So Moon is not. Jupiter and Sun are. Okay. So Jupiter is like a natural benefic. For everything else, it is like benefic. Every other house, it is benefic. For 12th house related matters, it will function as a malefic planet. Okay, that is it. And it is good if you don't have any issues with your teachers and the gurus and the father and all. Great. I am happy for you. Welcome, Arushi. How are you? Mm. Would you also enlighten us on the rationale behind regarding the planet 64 Navamsha? What is 64 Navamsha? I don't know. Is bad for a person. Navamsha 1. Okay, so right. Navamsha is like nine parts of one sign. Okay, so first house of Navamsha will have 9 parts, like this sign into 7, 63. So 64th Navamsha is going into the 8th house of D9 chart. That is the only reason why they may have considered 64th Navamsha as somewhat negative, because it is falling into the 8th house of the D9 chart. But at the end of the day, dignity rules. Okay, again, first of all, don't go directly into D1 D9 chart and D10 chart. Look at D1 chart first. Analyze your D1 chart totally, okay, exhaustively, then go into your D9 and other charts. Okay, so I will not pay much attention to the 64th Navamsha. Okay, first I will go into D1 chart. I will analyze that correctly. Then I will go into other charts, and then also I will look at the dignity of the planet. Even 64th Navamsha into the 8th house of an chart. If 8th lord is strong, then there is no need to worry about 64th Navamsha and all. Great, thank you. Shall check the website for astrology as profession. Great. If the Amatkaraka Mercury is with Ketu and debilitated Sun, what does it mean? It means like a very less support from authority figures. If a person has like Sun debilitated, Sun represents your authority figures. So if you see, not only it is debilitated, it is also eclipsed with the Ketu. Okay, so this shows like person may have lots of frustration around authority figures in life. And person may feel that okay, my authority figures are never supporting me. I'm just putting the best effort and all. There is no like rewards recognition coming to me and all. What it means is that person needs to become his own authority. Sun in Libra is the sign of business and sun is authority. So person needs to gain authority through his own business. Okay, so that is what they should think about. Mercury being Matkarka is also indicative of business, so they should think about their own business. There they will get the best authority. Wherever sun is sitting in that house or sign related matters, we will gain authority. Like I have sun in the third house, Capricorn. Third house is self efforts, Capricorn and Shravana, again counseling. So I am gaining whatever little authority through that third house Capricorn related activities. Likewise, if someone has sun in Libra related activities will give the authority and recognition to the person. What will be the result of moon in first house Taurus and Parivartan Yoga with Venus in Cancer? Again, for career matters, it is fine. Moon is very strong. Moon is in the Taurus and all, and Venus is in Cancer. So it is very strong moon. In the financial side and all, or as I said, like healthcare related field, teaching, counseling related field, this person can be interested in such careers. But when it comes to relationship matters, this is like understand moon is your receptivity. Moon is how you receive things in life. Moon is also your ability to accommodate with someone, be flexible with someone, adjust with someone in relationship matter, especially. Moon is mind, and when moon is in the first house of self, mind is on self. Okay, this is where it becomes like really difficult for relationship matters, because mind is on self. Someone who has moon in the moon in the first house, they are only thinking about themselves. They cannot think about anyone else because mind is on self. Okay, that is their difficulty. They think that okay, my desires are more important. First of all, I should be like I should be gaining in anything. So their whole focus remains the self. So it becomes really difficult in relationship matters, where you need to devote yourself to the other person. Last query from my side. I'm a Capricorn rising. I have Sun in the 7th house and Saturn in the 10th house, aspecting the Sun, as also the Jupiter, which is placed in the 12th house. So, what is the question? There is no question attached with it. While calculating Chara Karakas, do we consider retrograde planets degrees same as direct planets, or do we subtraction? I consider as the normal way, as the direct. Okay. It is like I know these ways are popular these days, and lots of people follow it. But I like to keep it simple, because you can you may have to go deep into the retrograde movements if you follow this logic. Suppose what I am trying to say is that, like, I have Jupiter in at 8 degrees retrograde in Cancer. Okay. So if I want to calculate my Chara Karakas and where Jupiter falls in those Chara Karakas, then what I need to do, I need to go to the 1979 when I took birth, and I have to calculate the degrees from where Jupiter started from 22 degrees. Okay, and then it came up to 8 degree. So these 14 degrees. Okay, and previously it traveled to 22 degrees, where it is going 36. Okay, so So that's where I have difficulties in accepting this philosophy. I don't. So I like to calculate normally. What is the impact of these placements? As I said, relationship wise, you can have your difficulties because of Sun Saturn impact on your seventh house, frustrations or delays in relationship and all. And that can be the situation. You can have issues with your authority figures also, with your at your work and all. So that can also be one of the issues. Jupiter in the 12th house and Saturn's aspect on it shows like extra effort is needed in matters of higher education. Right, Venus combusts in its own sign Taurus for Cancer ascendant. What does it mean? Okay, so as I said before, like combustion, understand because of which planet other planets get combust. Combustion means fire, burning off. Who can burn off? Other planets? Sun. Sun has the fire and heat, it can burn off. Sun represents father, right? So a combustion actually means the father's absence, okay, in life. Again, not necessarily physical absence, not necessarily father passed away. Maybe father is in such kind of work where he could not spend much time with the family, like people are in army and police and all. So they are always busy, with their work away from their family. So father could not spend much time with their family members. Now this because of this absence, person is lacking in something because father's role is missing in person's life. Venus combust means father never guided the person about the financial matters, how to deal with finance and all, or he never guided the person about the relationship aspect of life, which is very common in Indian setup. Okay, so that is what like Venus combustion shows that person. Now this person has to learn about these aspects of life like finance, creativity, Venusian aspects of life on his own. He will mess up some situations in finance, then he will learn how to handle finances better in life. He will mess up some he will have some few breakups in the relationship, then he will understand, okay, these many accommodation and adjustments are necessary to sustain a relationship. So this person is now learning about relationship aspect of life and financial aspect of life on his own because father was not there to guide him. Okay. So, combust planet, simple way of understanding combust planet is father's absence. Father was not present in person's life. So, the person has to learn things on his own. If Rahu is present here with combust Venus, does it amplify the effect of combustion? Right. Rahu is like blowing things out of proportion. So combust Venus also shows like ego clashes in relationship. Rahu can further expand the desires. Okay, Rahu Venus conjunction. Like person may have very high profile or a high-fi expectations in the relationship, because of which ego conflicts may happen. So what they need to learn in this life is to limit their expectation in the relationship matters. Can you please explain about retrograde planet aspect? Does it aspect in reversal, especially if Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars? I consider direct only. Okay, so I am away from all these new concepts of astrology. So keep it simple. Jupiter's fifth, seventh, and ninth aspect, Saturn's third aspect. Uh, Thank you. How should a person born in Jyeshtha Nakshatra become better in life? I ask this because Jyeshtha is considered to be a Rakshas Nakshatra. There are many Rakshas Nakshatra. Okay. There are many nakshatras of different kinds. It doesn't mean anything. Like it doesn't decide your life. Okay. Like there are four nakshatras. Okay. At least one Gana is given, Rakshas Gana. There are four nakshatras which are outcast. Okay, what are these? Bharani, Ashlesha, Vishakha, Shravana. Outcast, no gana, no caste, nothing. Okay, so I have Vishakha as a ascendant nakshatra. I have three planets in Shravana. I am complete outcast. So it doesn't mean much. It doesn't mean that person's life is spoiled. Again, coming to the main thing, Jeshtha is literally means the eldest one. If you literally translate Jeshtha into English, it means the eldest one. It is the nakshatra which can bring best of authority and recognition. So wherever Jeshtha Lord Mercury is sitting, that's where person can get best of authority and recognition in life. Okay. Why is Mula nakshatra so feared, ascendant in Mula? Mula is roots of a plant underneath the earth, and Mula also represents uprooting something. So Mula represents uprooting a plant from its place and placing it back again under the soil at another place. It looks like no big deal, but for that plant it is a very painful process. So they go through many uprootings in their life, many uprootings. Like they feel that okay, finally my life is little bit settled, and some change. Then again after a few years they feel that okay, finally my life is little bit settled. Then again another change. So this keeps on happening with them. This is why it is a painful nakshatra. It is painful. And I have Venus in Mula, so I know. Okay, so and it gives abrupt endings to the things. Abrupt. Okay, like a boyfriend girlfriend going on a date and they may have met with an accident, one person passed away. Abrupt endings. So you never know, like a person is thinking, oh, we are going on a date, we are going to have a great time and all that, and what they ended up in having is accident and death. So this kind of things can happen with Mula. This is why it is painful nakshatra. What if Saturn is in seventh house Scorpio but also retrograde? How will be Saturn the Shah? And what will it do with its aspect on Moon in first house? It is like difficult placement. Like Saturn is in a Scorpio, retrograde or direct, anyways. It is like most difficult planet in the most difficult sign. Scorpio is sign where no planet wants to be. Saturn is the planet which no one likes. So now it is like this. Double whammy kind of thing. Okay, Saturn in Scorpio. Obviously, the relationship life will suffer in this matter. They attract most horrible relationships in life, or they are like have no idea how to sustain their relationship in a dignified way. Saturn in Scorpio, seventh house. Okay, so they always have difficulties in their relationship. This is what is going to happen. Okay. For business matters, it can be great. Saturn's aspect are also about yeah, their responsibilities and duties. So it is a really difficult placement, Saturn in Scorpio. Four placements of Saturn are always difficult: Aries, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio. I have majority planets in outcast nakshatra. Great. Same pinch. Uh, My father is running through Saturn Mahadasha and has Sun, Venus, Saturn, Mercury in the 12th house. For Gemini Lagna, would going to foreign help in career and life? Is there any country recommended? And these are like detailed analysis, specifically country and all. I cannot tell here because I have no devices to tell. Okay, it requires astrocartography chart and all that. So I will not be able to tell about the exact countries, but yes, if the person has has like options or opportunities coming to like travel to foreign lands and all, they should consider it. It will be much better rather than being in homeland. Is there any reasoning provided under Jyotish literature on the marital discord that is happening these days in almost every home? There is no reasoning. I have all the reasoning in this matter. Okay. Just check my articles on relationship and astrology, marriage and astrology. You will get all the reasonings. Okay. The main thing, like if I just tell one reason, which is the main profound reason, is like if marriages used to sustain before, it is just because of financial dependency of the girl on the guy. And now that financial dependency is gone, so obviously independent. Don't mistake me or misunderstand me. I'm not saying that they should not be like having financial independency. The girls, they should have. Guys need to learn better to accommodate in relationship. They have to come down from their kingly status in the relationship. Okay, then things can be much better. Okay. So rather than pulling the girls back, guys should come down from their status. Right, there are thousands of other reasons. Every individual relationship has its own difficulties. Also, sir, I'm Capricorn ascendant and currently going 8th Lord Mahadasha. What is that? I should focus and meditate. Sun is in the 7th house, as you said. It is your 8th Lord. Get into your own business. 7th house is business, 8th house is business benefits. Focus on being in your own business. Okay. Okay, thank you. I think we are done. Let me know if there is any question, uh, or we can close for the day. It is 1 hour. Okay. This is the last question. With the mentioned Saturn in 7th house, can Mars 4th protect the houses still? Mars is another malefic. So, uh, if it happens, it is a miracle, nothing else. So Saturn in Scorpio, 7th house person having a good relationship life is a miracle, nothing else. Otherwise, it is like very difficult. They have like very like limited ability to sustain a relationship in a dignified way. So they have to learn a lot in relationship matters. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Take care.